Matteo Guendouzi has agreed terms with Marseille for a potential 5-year deal, and Marseille still want to sign William Saliba from Arsenal in this summer. All that and more coming up in this video. Please do smash the like button. My name is Cossy. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you feel you need to be updated with anything, with everything around Arsenal. And of course, click the notification bell so that whenever I upload, you're the first person to know. We're going to discuss a couple of reports, especially in terms of young players and Arsenal leaving the club for around 17 and 25 million pounds respectively. This video is brought to you by OneXBet. Obviously, you now know by now, OneXBet brings you all your betting things, in terms of betting, all your matches, all your casinos, everything gambling. It is OneXBet. Link is in the description. Use Cossy Media as your promo code and you'll be able to win thousands and thousands of gifts. And of course, you'll also be able to redeem around up to $130 from their website. Let us get into it. We shall start off with Fabrizio Romano, who says Arsenal are working to sell players in the next days. Olympique Marseille are in advanced talks to sign Matteo Guendouzi, who is coming back from Hertha Berlin on a loan spell. AS Roma are also pushing to complete Granit Xhaka deal very, very soon. Arsenal are open to sell Lucas Torreira too. So that is confirmed. We are in advanced talks to sell Matteo Guendouzi to Olympique Marseille. And of course, still moving on, according to Now the Arsenal, they're saying the situation between Marseille and the transfer of Matteo Guendouzi has advanced in the last few days. No agreements have been reached between the clubs just yet, but it is getting closer and closer and closer. Thoughts on Matteo Guendouzi potentially leaving Arsenal this summer? Let me know down in the comments. What are your thoughts about Matteo Guendouzi leaving Arsenal in the summer? And of course, this is according to tbrroom.com. They're saying Marseille has reportedly agreed personal terms with Arsenal midfielder Matteo Guendouzi. So that's the first story, people. Matteo Guendouzi has reportedly agreed a deal to move to Marseille. Personal terms have been agreed, and Arsenal are in advanced talks to see that the player actually moves on to the next destination. One of the most talented young players we have had at Arsenal is Matteo Guendouzi. Honestly, I think in the past 2 or 3 years, one of the youngest talents that I've cherished at Arsenal has been Matteo Guendouzi. He spent all this season out on loan with Hertha Berlin in Germany, and he's done very, very well. A couple of clubs have picked interest, from Brighton to Marseille, and a couple of big clubs like Atletico Madrid have also been interested. However, Marseille are saying they want to pay 17 million pounds for the player. Arsenal want substantially more than that. But for me, what I want to say about this deal is it a Serge Gnabry recap? Are we, I mean, do we have to sell? Because that's the big question about Saliba, about Guendouzi. Do we have to sell? Can't it be another loan deal? Can't it be something else? Do we eventually have to sell William Saliba? For me, it's the big question. He's a young player, talented. We need midfield reinforcements in this summer. Of course, I really do. I speak this, being the same guy who said Arsenal need to sell before they buy. But selling Matteo Guendouzi at the moment, I don't think we are done with him. I don't think it is over. I think he's a player who has at least some future at Arsenal. But anyway, in the comment box, people, tell me what you think about Matteo Guendouzi moving on to Olympique Marseille this summer. Now, still looking at the departures, William Saliba is scheduled to join up with Arsenal's squad this summer. It is only after being watched close hand that Mikel Arteta will decide whether he will form part of his squad next season. Until then, Arsenal continue to monitor the market for a centre-back. And below, just below, look at the tweet below. They are still saying Arsenal covet Jules Koundé, but there are substantial stumbling blocks. the player's £50 million price tag and preference for Champions League football. So that's the first thing. Arsenal are going to look at William Saliba this this preseason, and that's when Mikel Arteta will decide whether we add him to our squad or we do not add him. And what is really interesting is, according to L'Equipe, they're saying that Marseille are interested in signing William Saliba on loan as well. If Saliba goes out on loan, it will be the third consecutive year that he goes, that he signed for, ever since he signed for Arsenal. This will be the third consecutive year that he goes out on loan. What are your thoughts on that, people? What are your thoughts on Mikel Arteta saying he is assessing William Saliba? He's gonna look at William Saliba. It's not a sure deal, because that is what they're showing us. It's not a sure deal. The William Saliba is gonna be part of the squad next summer, next season. And for me, if I'm the player's agent at this point in time, I'm looking for another club, honestly, because what Arsenal is doing is disrespecting the player in the highest manner possible. That is the highest level of disrespect. You're playing Rob Holding, one of the worst defenders in the league, and you want to compare him with William Saliba in the preseason. You want to give a player less than 3 months to prove themselves. It looks like Arteta has something on William Saliba, honestly. I might not speak about Matteo Guendouzi and Mikel Arteta at the moment, but there is something there. Of course, it was display that let him out of the squad. It was not quality. Last season, but one under Unai Emery, he was one of our best players. He was one of our, actually, he was the pivot in that midfield. He was the motor in that midfield. When he went out on loan at Hertha Berlin, we understood it was discipline issues. At the moment, Arsenal are looking to sign him. Arsenal are looking to sell him to Marseille. We are in advanced talks. I mean, big up. We've made the same. We made the same problem with what's the name of this boy at Bayern? Serge Gnabry. We've made the same problem. We've made the same ridiculous decision to sell Gnabry. And we kept the likes of Walcott, we kept the likes of Iwobi, and we sell Gnabry. Now, Gnabry is a Champions League winner at Bayern, and what Arsenal did is they tweeted, congratulations Gnabry for winning the Champions League. Fuck off. That's that is the highest level of hypocrisy you can do. I mean, does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. Now, when we sell Matteo Guendouzi, and he goes to Marseille and becomes one of the best midfielders, and eventually signs for PSG, and they win the league, and they win the Champions League, we shall tweet, congratulations on winning the Champions League, Matteo Guendouzi, 5 years later. I think this is a transfer mistake. This is a transfer mistake. I've never said Guendouzi is not good enough. I think he's a talented player. He's a talented boy, and for issues of squad depth at the moment, because I don't think if you brought him Guendouzi and sitting on the bench, I don't think he's gonna demand for a lot of playing time like the likes of Thomas Partey, because he understands these players ahead of him. But Guendouzi, William Saliba, and we want to keep Joe Willock and let Guendouzi go, and we want to keep Rob Holding and Chambers and let William Saliba go. I know. I was watching James Alcott, I think it was 2 days ago, and he was saying that the problem with Arsenal is identity. Who are you and what you want to become? Because for me, at the moment, we are lost in ourselves, really. We are keeping players like Rob Holding and letting go of players like William Saliba. It's honestly unfair. It's unfair to say that in the preseason, a preseason that's not going to take so much time, because it's June, July, 2 months. In a space of 2 months, we're not going to play 10 or 15 games. You're going to observe William Saliba and decide whether he deserves to be at the club or he doesn't deserve. But Rob Holding has signed a new contract at the club. Ridiculous. So ridiculous. And if we sell William Saliba and becomes one of the best defenders in the world, we shall be banterfc.com. 100% Banter FC, because it doesn't make sense, really. It won't make sense. So Guendouzi is set to leave for Marseille, around 17 million pounds. That is what Marseille want to pay for. Arsenal saying you should pay a little bit more than that. It's the same situation with Granit Xhaka. So Fabrizio says Arsenal working to sell players in the next days, and Olympique Marseille are already in advanced talks to sign Matteo Guendouzi, who's coming back from Hertha Berlin on a loan spell. AS Roma are pushing to complete the Granit Xhaka deal soon, as well as Arsenal are open to sell Lucas Torreira too. So people, what are your thoughts on these stories? Really, what are your thoughts? I mean, I have my opinion as a person, but with Arsenal issues, at times I just wanna deliver the news and leave it at that. At times I don't want to even, debate about it and give my opinion. It's ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. I'll speak to you in the next one, but do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and of course, when Expert brings you all these videos, all you have to do is check out their website. Link is in the description. Use promo code Cossy Media. You'll get up to $130 in bonuses.